Man and Machine is brought to you by Highflex Mobile Hose Service, Shannons Insurance for Motoring Enthusiasts, and the following sponsors.
Yeah, baby!
Unbelievable!
Now we're talking. Coming up on this episode of Man and Machine, we check out some drag racing. But this time it's on water. Then we take a look at a very nice Z28 Camaro with a serious power plant under the hood. Stay tuned for this one. Welcome back to Man and Machine. We're at the Australian National Drag Boat Championships in Curran, Victoria. This is going to be a wild event. And you heard it right, I said drag racing on water from a standing start. We're talking about craft powered by anything from a small block production based V8 right through to these insane 200 mile per hour alcohol hydros. This is going to be an awesome event, so stay tuned. We're with Scott Jenkins here on his top alcohol hydro boat. Mate, these things are insane. Tell us all about it.
I come from a ski racing background. I've got a ski race boat called the Rock, which I've been racing for many years, and I skied myself. Skis are getting too hard to get. I'm waiting for my son, Cruz Jenkins, to be ready to ski, and then we'll get back into that. So in the meantime, I still want to do water sports, so I decided I'd get into something like this.
Now, mate, you've gone to the top of the tree. This thing is not your average boat, is it?
No, top alcohol is virtually the top of the tree here. There's a gentleman by the name of Craig Cook who's got a top fuel hydro here in Australia. The other two boats that are here today are both ex-Craig Cook boats. They're boats that he did own. But yeah, so virtually, apart from the one top fuel boat in the country, we are the top of the tree.
And tell us about this boat. Tell us about the technical aspects of it.
It's a lot to get your head around. It's we, unlike the other two, one's an Aries and one's a Hemi. We are a Chev, an alcohol 540 Chev. We run a high helix 1471 blower on it. The other boys run screw blowers. So we're sort of a little bit different, but we want to try to beat them with something a bit different. Otherwise, we're all in the same ballpark, you know. We're all got Hemis and all got screw blowers. So
like a little bit of an underdog scenario.
Yeah, it was something a bit different, you know. The Chev can beat the Dodge sort of thing. So yeah, that's where we're at with it.
What sort of horsepower are we talking?
We're sort of somewhere between the 2,500 and 3,000 horsepower with the correct tune-up in it. That all depends on what tune-up Rob decides to put in it on the day. That's all his scenario, not mine. I just virtually sit in the capsule and pay the bills and drive it. That's about it for me.
What sort of speeds and what sort of ET is this run?
We've ran a 6.9 at 182. We ran that last season. It arrived here in the country this time last year in March. We ran the rest of the season here with them, and we just did pass after pass after pass, which gave us enough points to win the series. So our debut year was a great year for us. We won the Top Alcohol Hydro Series. I got Rookie Driver of the Year, and we got Best Crew of the Year as well. So that was great for me crew guys. Without them, I can't do it. You know, I need those people. I don't have the knowledge to do it, and it's too much of a job for one person. As you can see with the other crews, it's a big thing to keep them going.
Mate, that's a fantastic effort. This thing must be an insane ride though on water. We're not talking about a funny car or a drag car on wheels. We're talking about on water. Yeah. It must be out of control at times.
Yeah, it's virtually, the best way to say it is it's a funny car but on water. When I first ran it here, I sort of ran over nearly everything out there, the boys and everything, and just couldn't drive it because I wanted to, what they say is pedal it, where I didn't want to go flat out, and you just can't do that. They don't steer. You point a hydro. When the light goes green, stand on it. When you get to the end, pull the parachute. And ever since we've been doing that, it's been going straight. So you can't drive them. It's flat out and then
loud pedal and hold on.
That's it. And it's quite an experience. If they get a bit untidy, you can't correct them. You've just got to get out of the whole pass. So yeah.
Unbelievable, mate. Well, I take my hat off to you. It takes bravery to drive something like this. And thanks very much for talking to us.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much, Glenn.
We're back in the pit area with Scott Jenkins. Scott, what a wild ride that was out there, mate. Tell us what happened.
It was a good run. It pushed a burst panel out of it about 3/4 track, which of course then we lose all our boost, so we shut it down. It's got a bit of oil there, which we're going to look at the minute, what's going on with it.
Well, mate, hopefully you can get this baby fixed and get it back out there.
Yeah, that's our goal. The boys will have a look. We'll probably know in a few minutes, and we'll just see where we're at.
Fingers crossed, mate.
No worries. Thanks, Glenn.
Coming up after the break, more drag boat action.
HighFlex Mobile Hose Service, your complete hose breakdown and on-site service partner. HighFlex Mobile Hose Service offers a complete range of quality guaranteed hydraulic and industrial hose and fittings products. We also specialise in preventative maintenance programs such as on-site hose condition auditing, testing and compliance. With our national fleet of qualified technicians, you can rely on HighFlex Mobile Hose Service's rapid response to all of your needs. Call 1300 HighFlex, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Shannons Club, a hub for motoring enthusiasts. So join, create your own garage, share pics, videos and stories of your current and past machines, connect with other enthusiasts. Be sure to watch Shannons Club TV with a host of dedicated motoring channels, including past episodes of Man and Machine. So jump on board with Shannons Club. I'll see you on there. We thought we'd better give the outboard brigade a bit of loving here, and we've found Jared Kelly here with his machine. I'm told this is a pretty wild beast, mate. Tell us about it.
Yeah, 1750 bullet, 200 Merc on the back, full carbied, just running like a 24 play pitch prop, 4-blader on the back. Sits on about 77 mile an hour, pretty good down the quarter mile. Yeah, no, it's a good little boat.
Mate, now tell us a bit about the engine. Is it a V6 configuration?
Yeah, V6 Merc. It basically stands up on its end like opposite to a car. So with the gearbox down the bottom and the trunk goes in the middle of the drive shaft and everything. So yeah, that's a good little ride.
And how big is the engine?
200 horsepower.
What capacity?
2 litre.
200 horsepower for a 2-litre engine. That's not hanging about, is it?
Yeah, no, it gets along quite well, yeah. As you can see, we just look at the nationals, so in the 13-second bracket, which is all good. That'd be 3 years in a row now.
Well done out there, mate, and thanks for talking to us. Now, one of the most important parts of this sport is safety. And it's no different when it comes to this rescue craft built by JT Fiberglass Products. They've done a fantastic job. It's robust, it's strong. It's always out there ready to rescue someone if they get in trouble. Now you might have noticed this winch here. It's not here for its good looks. Some of those hydro boats actually have a built-in driver capsule. Now the driver's on full-time oxygen during the run. If those boats crash or get an incident, they can fly apart. They virtually disintegrate at speeds of up around 200 miles per hour. That capsule is actually designed to fly out of the boat virtually, to separate itself, but it can go straight down. That's where the divers on this rescue craft actually head down with this winch and cable, hook onto that capsule and bring the driver up to safety. So while some of these drivers out there are running at insane speeds, they know they're in good hands when it comes to this rescue team. Well, have a look at this gorgeous boat, Tough Enough, and it's come all the way from Adelaide. With David Clark, the driver and owner here. David, tell us all about this machine.
It's a 21-foot Evercraft. It's made by Malcolm Everingham in New South Wales. I've had the boat since 2001 and been racing, circuit racing for, for all that time. I've been doing it for about 28 years, 29 years. I come to drags once a year because they invited me over 6 years ago for the Australian titles for the BAD. So we've been every year for the last 6 years. So we enjoy it. It's good fun. It's something different. It's a circuit boat, not a drag boat, but you can still do the same thing with it.
Tell us about the power plant. She certainly looks like she means business.
Yeah, it's a 520 cube, big block. It's got a 1671 by Helix Retro supercharger. It's energy injection, about 1800 to 2000 horsepower plus. Yeah, it goes good. It goes well.
Mate, well, beautiful looking boat. Good luck out there and give it heaps.
Yeah, no, thanks very much. And having a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there's plenty of boat action down here today, but there's also some cars, and there's one I just had to jump on. This magnificent 34 Ford owned by Peter Timmerman here, mate. Tell us about this machine. It is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, it's taken me 2 years to build. Right, it's 350 or 383 stroker, turbo 700, 9-inch diff under it.
Mate, they're a spectacular looking body style, the three-window coupes, aren't they? And the car looks real old-school hot rod. That's what I like about this machine.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I like the old-school stuff. It could have gone a bit more old school, but I had to put a bit of new stuff into it as well. So
you've even got air conditioning in there too, I see.
Got air conditioning. You got to have that in it. It's too hot in this sun now, and I'm getting a little bit older, so I enjoy the air conditioning. It's good.
What's she perform like?
Oh, very nice. It's on the highway. She's just great. Not after a lot of power, just after the cruising. People look at it, like yourself, will come and have a look at it, and I love it. It's great.
Mate, it blew me away, and thanks so much for talking to us. What a car.
Not a problem. Thanks very much.
The one thing that's impressed me about this event is the amount of car fans I've seen here. As you can see behind me, there is a mountain of vehicles. In fact, the Throttlers Club have put on a fantastic event here to raise money for the Good Friday appeal. Good on them. Coming up next, we check out Thunder Down Under. Later, we take a spin in this beautiful Camaro.
Hi, I'm Dennis. This is my 32 and I run Aeroflow.
Hi, I'm Paul. This is my Attack 56 and I use Aeroflow.
I'm Scott, this is Blown Inheritance, makes 1,700 horsepower and we depend on Aeroflow.
Hi, I'm Graham Cowan. For race-winning performance, I choose Aeroflow. Aeroflow, way to go.
Aeroflow, manufacturers of professional hose, fittings and a whole range of performance products to suit your vehicle. To download the latest Aeroflow catalogue, go to aeroflowperformance.com. Proud supporters of the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars.
Damn, there's just no room under here.
There's no need to do this anymore when you can buy a Tough Lift hoist starting from only $24.50. With over 20 models in their range, including 2-post, 4-post, scissor lift, motorcycle and truck. They're great for storage too. All Tough Lift hoists have Australian standard certification and WorkSafe design registration. With an impressive warranty, in-house technical support and installation options Australia-wide, what are you waiting for? Check out toughlift.com.au.
I love my Tough Lift.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Kruger from On Track Accounts. Not only am I a racing fan, but I love my motorsport at every level. If you're a car enthusiast like me, come in and have a chat about your business accounts, BAS lodgements, or getting your personal tax ready. We're a small but dedicated team of enthusiasts, and we like nothing more than getting your accounts back on track. Find us at ontrackaccounts.com.au.
We're with Craig Watson and his awesome boat here, Thunder Down Under. Mate, how's it been going for you here today?
Yeah, so far so good. The team's done really well. Yeah, look, it's looking good. I stuffed up the start line a little bit, but yeah, looking good. Hopefully we're going to go for a big one on the next one. 2:15 we want.
Wow, tell us a bit about this boat. Tell us about the engine. Tell us about what it's achieved before and what you hope to achieve.
The fastest the boat's ever gone is, I think, 209 miles an hour. It's got a 540 Hemi in it. It's roughly about 3,500 horsepower.
And you've had your first run out there, and what's the team doing right now with the boat?
They're crack testing everything, prop shaft, and readjusting all the valves and all the rockers and all that sort of stuff, and making sure it's all right, and also put another tune into it. Now we've got some data on it, so we'll see how we go.
And that's what they were doing with the laptop before, is that right?
Yeah, just checking all the parameters of everything. The laptop will show, you know, even the prop speed, G-force, absolutely everything on it. So, no, it's good setup. So hopefully we can tune it, get it going good, and the next pass and the finals will be the ones to look at. So.
Well, mate, good luck out there and give it heaps.
Thank you. Cheers.
We're with Lethal Threat here, and Graham Matthews and his two daughters, the team. Mate, tell us about this boat and tell us how you're going today.
Well, mate, we've had 2 or 3 qualifying runs. We were hoping to run the gas and get a bit of NOS into it, and the switch failed. So we weren't able to use it, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be able to qualify with the gas this time.
Tell us about the power plant in this thing.
383 stroker on NOS. It's running on avgas. The motor's putting out really good power. We've just dialed in a new prop on it. Set it up all on Friday to try and get the maximum horsepower because we were very unstable at the last meets due to the boat lifting out of the water all the time. But we've got all the cav plates sorted out now and it's very stable, so we should be good for a good hit of NOS.
And what sort of horsepower are we talking?
With the NOS around 750 horsepower.
Should be a bit of a crazy ride.
She is, mate. Good rush.
And I believe you girls get into it, you help out. What do you do?
Oh, well, I do all the logistics, which is done on a computer, which is hooked into the MSD computer on the boat. And I have gauges that come up on a screen which measure the retard timing and the rev limiter set at 7.5. So you can hear it as it runs. It'll reach its peak and it will just stay at that peak, so it can't go any further out, which could ultimately blow the whole engine, which would be quite a waste.
And what's your job?
Normally I just get the times from the rope down there.
So everyone's got a job here.
Yeah,
You've got a good family team and a family effort happening.
That's it.
Great talking to you and look forward to seeing how you perform out there.
It's good to see you again, Glenn.
You too. What an event it's been here at the Australian National Drag Boat Championships. I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've been to such an event and it's blown me away. Some of the speeds and some of the power of these machines on water are absolutely ridiculous. The drivers have absolute endless bravery. I really take my hat off to them. Get yourself down to one of these events, you definitely won't regret it. Whether you're into boats or cars, whatever it may be, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. What's the surprise under the hood of this Z28 Camaro? Find out right after this.
Honey, what are you doing out there?
Waiting on the next super blowout 3-day only mega sale.
You don't need a sale, you need MPD.
NPD's everyday prices are competitive, and our huge in-stock inventory and dedicated export department allows orders to arrive fast to Australia. National Parts Depot has quality parts for Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, GTO, Firebird, Ford, and Chevy truck. Go online or email export@npdlink.com.
Working beats waiting.
A tough car needs a tough oil, and that's when you need Gulf Western Oil. It's Australian-owned, developed and manufactured in their state-of-the-art production facility. So no matter what you drive, you can be assured you're in the right hands for all your lubrication needs. Gulf Western Oil, the tough Australian. The 1969 Z28 Camaro, one of the most iconic cars from that famed muscle car era. So let's have a chat to Tom about this machine. Tom, thanks so much for having us, mate. It's a spectacular looking Camaro. Where did you find it?
Thanks, Glenn. It was actually found by a company, Shannons International, working out of the US. He found it in California. He'd been there its whole life. I was originally looking for a black SS Camaro of the same year. He called me up early one morning and said, I've found a car, you've got to take this one. And he sent me the photos and a quick video of it, and I was sold.
And the Formula Blue with the white stripes, it's pretty hard to beat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's and that's a signature for the Z28 Camaro with those stripes. Just making it look the part, yeah.
Tom, there's a lot of muscle cars out there to choose from, but what made you go for the Camaro?
The Camaro is very unique looking over the other cars of that era. It's just got a very aggressive look from any way you look at it. Just a very tough looking car.
The original Z28 Camaro came out with the smaller capacity 302 cubic inch engine. This 454 big block must be an absolute monster. What's it like to drive? How does it feel on the road?
Oh, it makes you pretty happy. It's not a smooth ride, but that's all part of the experience. Just get out there on a sunny day, out on the highway, just shifting through the gears, great fun.
The pulling power must be amazing.
Yeah, it's quite quick off the lights, just a dangerous amount of power. It's very good fun, always puts a smile on your face.
Tom, you mentioned that I might be able to take this car for a spin. I mean, it's not the sort of car you'd want to let everyone drive, but would that be okay?
Yeah, that'll be fine, Glenn. Have fun.
Thank you very much, mate. I'll look after it.
No worries.
Chevy Camaro, what an iconic car. Up high on my list for one of the most desirable muscle cars through that 60s period. Absolutely awesome. The thing you notice with this car is the awesome amount of torque it's got at low RPM. You just step on the throttle, 2,000 or 3,000 RPM, and the thing just takes off like a bull at a gate. That's what I like about it. You don't have to turn it to 8,000 RPM. I mean, we all like the sound of an engine revving hard, don't we? But just the ease of the ability to be able to accelerate at low RPM is just awesome. Power under the curve, you can't beat it. And that's why they say torque wins races. In this case, it certainly does. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Does the space shuttle sound familiar? This thing is unreal, and I wasn't even trying. Now this Z28 is a little bit different to your average deal. It's not as it left the factory. And for all you purists out there, don't get angry. This is the way Tom bought the car from the US. It's had a serious power plant replacement. But you know what? It's a very worthy power plant. It's an LS7 454 factory high performance engine. These engines actually have a label on the rocker cover saying, for off-highway application only, not to be used on public roads. Yeah, right. This engine was a killer. Had forged internals, 4-bolt block, They had a huge racing mechanical camshaft. In fact, it was the same that they used in the iconic all-aluminium ZL1427. It had about 12.25 to 12.5 to 1 compression with big dome-style forged pistons. This thing was a serious bit of gear. Now, the engine was listed by the factory at 500 horsepower. Well, I'll tell you a little secret. Back in the day, one of the popular hot rodding magazines did a dyno test on one of these engines. They made 550 horsepower and 600 foot-pound of torque. That is insane. If you wanted to pull a building down, then this is your engine. This is your power plant. Insane. The only downside is the fuel economy. Absolutely horrifying. You need a car to trail around behind you with a 44-gallon drum full of fuel. But that's the only downside. The rest is all positive for obvious reasons. The Camaro dates back to those mid-60s when the Ford Mustang was released in 1964. They absolutely created a storm. And that was a storm that GM had to calm. They were going to be in trouble. If they didn't come up with a solution to take on that Mustang head on, they were going to lose a lot of sales. So in late 1966, the 67-year model Camaro was actually released. And I love that 67, 68 and 69 era, iconic shape. Now it's interesting, back in the day when I was coming up with this concept of Camaro, the head of GM had to come up with a name. They were looking through the French-English dictionary and found the name Camaro. The meaning, comrade or friendship. Now the GM executive said that every car should be the owner's friend. Well, you know what? I reckon they were right. Because I'd love this thing to be my friend. You may remember earlier that Tom mentioned a company called Shannons International in the USA tracked down this beautiful Camaro and delivered it to his doorstep. Well, guess what? Next episode, we head to the USA. We've got some exciting car collections coming up. The Mustang 50th anniversary in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a whole host of exciting things. So be sure to join us. We'll see you then. Man and Machine is brought to you by Hi-Flex Mobile Hose Service, Shannons Insurance for Motoring Enthusiasts, and the following sponsors.